Hello everyone, thank you for checking out my video today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. I've been building koi ponds professionally now for over 25 years, and I put together this YouTube channel for you to help answer some questions, give you some advice, share with you what I've learned over the years. I have a ton of videos here on everything from pond design, construction, maintenance, upkeep. We talk about different types of filtration, different products, testing your water, keeping your pond healthy, feeding your fish, different types of fish, and I have a whole bunch of videos on water plants, different types of water plants, so you can check all that stuff out. Now, since I have so many videos here on this channel at this point, I have like 200 videos, you can use the playlists here on the channel to help find things a little bit easier, as I have all different videos broken down into different categories. So hopefully if you go in there and you're looking for something specific, you can find it a lot easier. So today's video, I want to just answer a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, how often should I feed my fish? So some people even ask me, do I have to feed my fish? Now, yeah, that's the fun part. I mean, I find that being the fun part. Feeding your fish is a big attraction. People love that. When they have friends, family come over, their kids, they always want to go out and feed the fish. So it can be a fun environment, and it can be something kind of relaxing too, right? Sometimes you can just take 5 minutes out of your day, go out to your pond, sit down, if you have a chair or a bench or something, just sit there, throw some food in the water, and just sit and relax and watch the fish eat. It's fun. It's an enjoyable thing. It can be relaxing. But how often should we be feeding them? So what we need to really understand, my biggest advice to you is that fish are not like people. They don't have a clock, a time schedule. They don't wake up and say, okay, it's time for breakfast. Go to work and, midday, all right, it's 12 o'clock, it's lunchtime. All right, now I'm going home, I'm done with work, I get home, I eat dinner. Koi aren't like that, right? Fish aren't like that. They are naturally grazers. They swim around all day looking for food, things to pick on and eat. So my best advice is that it's better to feed them a little bit more often than a whole lot all at once. Fish are going to only eat so much. So if you take a whole cup of food, throw it in your pond, and the fish come up and they eat it and it all disappears, awesome. If you take a cup of food and throw it in your pond and they come up and they eat a little bit, and the rest of it's all sitting there, that's a big waste. You've overfed your fish. Now, how many fish you have, obviously, and how big your fish are will obviously determine how much food you need. My best advice is, if you feed the fish and there's food left floating after, 5 minutes after you've put it in, you fed too much. It's probably going to be too much. And then it's just a waste. So if they're not going to eat it, you're paying for it, you're throwing it in, and it's just being wasted. So again, feeding them a little bit more often is better. Not only that it's not wasted, right, but it's better for them. So, yeah, if you go out and you throw in a cup of food in the middle of summer, the fish might go and devour it in 2 seconds. The water's warm. The fish's metabolism is in full swing, okay? As the water temperatures get colder in the fall, or if it's cold in the early spring, the fish, their metabolism is slower. They're not going to eat at the same rate. So you may find that a cup of fish food in the summer gets devoured in 3 minutes, and that same cup of fish food in late October just gets picked on. So they will tell you how much they want. So as the water temperatures change, warm up, cool down, your fish will tell you. So by feeding them a little bit at a time, you know when to stop. All right? I mean, that's the best advice I can give you. You go out to your pond in October and you throw in a little bit of food and they eat it pretty quickly. Well, maybe you can throw in a little bit more and then you'll start to see that they're slowing down. All right, stop. That's it. All right. Summertime, you throw in that food, they eat it. Maybe throw in a little more, they eat it. Okay, great. But as I said, it's better to feed them a little bit more often than a lot all at once. I actually remember, I don't remember what brand it was, but there was a bag of fish food that I saw one time, and it had the feeding instructions on the back. And it kind of made me laugh because it said something like, feed your fish 7 to 8 times a day. And my initial thought was, oh my God, like, that's crazy. I mean, who's around all day to go out to your pond and feed them 7, 8 times a day, every day, right? Obviously, they want to sell fish food. But I understand the point, okay? And that's kind of like what I'm saying. Now, no, you don't have to feed your fish 7, 8 times a day. But perhaps you want to go out in the morning and give them a little bit. Maybe when you get home from work, you'll look forward to going out and feeding them a little bit. Whatever you feed them, just make sure that there is a not lot left over floating on the surface, that's going to be wasted. Another thing to think about is skimmers. All right, if you have a skimmer on your pond, they pull in a tremendous amount of water quickly. They will pull in all that fish food that floats on the top. So again, you don't want to dump in, 3 cups of food that they're not going to eat, and it's all going to get sucked into the filter before they can eat it, into the skimmer. So giving them a little bit more often is better. All right? Lastly, I have another video here on this channel about feeding your fish that goes into more depth about the types of fish food that you can use, different types of the year. What other than fish food you can feed them. There's all kinds of good stuff on there. So I go into a little more depth, but I hope this video helped you out. One other thing that I want to tell you is that I've had clients before that say, you know what, hey, I'm going away for the weekend. I'm leaving Friday afternoon. I won't be back until, Monday morning. So before I leave, I'm going to dump in a whole, big bucket of food in the pond for the fish. No, no. Again, it's all going to get wasted, and it's all going to end up, causing more problems and muck and sludge and crap rotting in your filters, all right? No, just give them a little bit. They'll be fine for a couple days. If you have a neighbor or friend nearby that perhaps you can ask to come by and feed your fish if you like, even if they came by once a day and threw a little food in the pond, that's great. But they will survive for a couple days on their own. They will pick, they eat algae, they find things, all right? Not as crucial. But if you can feed your fish regularly every day, they're gonna be healthier. They're gonna grow quicker and they're gonna be healthier. So it's a good idea to feed the fish a little bit more often than a lot all at once. All right? So thank you very much for watching. I hope that kind of answered the question for you and gave you a little extra info. And please check out the other video. You can learn a lot more about how to feed the fish and when and where and how and what and the whole bit. All right. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you back soon with another video. Take care. Bye.